Well, this is it. We are cycling into Tajikistan through a wall of mountains up to one of the highest and toughest passes that you can cycle in the world. Now, if you're wondering where is Tajikistan, just do a quick Google search and be sure to put on the terrain option because you'll see what I'm talking about. This is the real stuff. You're going up really high. If you want to see more videos like this, more videos on Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan, just check back on my channel. I'll be uploading more Tajik videos after this, and you can check back the Kyrgyzstan's ones as well. And without further ado, let's get on to this one.
Welcome to Central Asia, and the two countries we cycled through in the summer of 2018. Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Both filled with inherent beauty, culture, and some of the most fascinating places we've ever been to. This is Cycling Central Asia.
It's been a couple of tough days for us. Tristan has been sick. He got the flu, he's suffering from altitude sickness. I got some digestive issues because I took a pill against altitude sickness and it gave me bowel movements. But we're feeling a bit better. We're gonna get as close as we can to the Tajik border and we'll be crossing tomorrow. It's gonna be our last full day in Kyrgyzstan. Anything to add?
Melon is the best.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the last melon in a long time.
And so we said goodbye to the country we had come to love so deeply. With its green pastures, sheep, and horses,
We go to Tajikistan.
nomadic cultures,
Tajikistan from Bishkek to Dushanbe.
and crazy mountains. When we arrived, we had no clue of the beauty of Central Asia. And with one country signed off the list, we were now ready for the other.
So we just crossed the Kyrgyz border. Obviously I'm not filming at any borders for security's sake. But it's a very relaxed border post. There were two guys, one with a big gun and one controlling the passports in a little booth. We went in separately, everything went well. And now we are in something that feels a little bit like a no man's land. There's about 15 to 18 kilometers in between the Kyrgyz and the Tajik border, and supposedly the road is really bad when it rains. Now it's dry, so we're lucky, and I just wanted to show you the road so you can get a sense of what you're getting yourself into if you cycle this stretch. You can see that there's this red sandy stuff. There's a stream actually going into the big stream. There's a river all the way over there, and both of them are this color. They're this red, dark red brownish color, so you can't really drink it.
That's why we filtered 15 liters of water before coming here.
And yeah, we're leaving Kyrgyzstan behind us, so I hope you enjoyed this beautiful country as much as we did. It's time to go on to Tajikistan. So the river here is kind of simulating what happens to the road when it rains. As you can see, it's kind of just a river. It's not really a road anymore. She handles it. You did it! So, good morning from our first night in no man's land. It's kind of in between Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan border. It's day 2 in the Pamir. And I wanted to show you how we start our days.
Well.
Which is pails and sort of things to prevent things.
Yeah.
I'm currently taking Diamox, which is against height. I've learned my lesson, so there you go.
Yeah,
You?
I'm taking something against a cold. It's orange. Then we both take vitamin pills in the morning as a supplement because we're barely eating fruits and vegetables in this country.
Yeah.
This is yours.
Even though yesterday we had
They
a
stink, by
giant
the way.
melon.
They stink a lot.
They stink like vegetable broth, so it's like drinking a really strong vegetable broth. Then also, I brought along, thanks to my auntie, some electrolytes. So I'm putting this electrolyte powder in.
Yeah. Look, this is all medicine we carry just in case. Diarrhea attacks, throwing up attacks, urine infections. If you stop going to the bathroom, there's natural herbs that will help you go to the bathroom if we fall. It's useful stuff.
Beren is like a walking pharmacy.
There's people doing brave things here. Hey! Kyrgyzstan? Tajikistan? Galandia? España? Cool guy. Also, that's how a conversation with Kyrgyz man goes.
Yeah, we only understand. Where are you from?
Aikuda
Kuda.
and
And
Real Madrid. Oh.
So we have been pushing for the last 2 kilometers or so. It's much harder than we thought it would be.
If you look by the road here, there's a guest house somewhere there. Just before the zigzags, there's switchbacks right there going up to the top of the pass. And I think these zigzags are gonna kill us. Being this high up, every step, every breath, and every push forward takes immense effort. The road felt longer than any other, and the wind was fierce and cold. Being out here, pushed to our limits, with nobody else around, made us realize how vulnerable we actually were.
So we just made it to the top of the Tigrlock pass and we are in Tajikistan. Not officially yet, we need to go through the border post first. But first it's time for lunch. We have chosen a scenic place here. That there is the greetings to Tajikistan actually. And we are sitting below the greetings of Kyrgyzstan with no signage or... Well, the sign is also kind of broken, but yeah.
Hope it doesn't fall on us.
We are on 4,282 meters. That's the highest we've ever been, besides Amsterdam, of course.
Having crossed the border, it was time to head into the freezing desert.
You see, it's kind of dune ground with a lot of sand, and there was crazy wind yesterday, so we've put these stones around the edge of the tent. Didn't really do much, and all the sand entered from the inside and just sort of hovered around. You can see it here on the bags. This is thick dust also there on the inner tent. That.
Also inside.
And also inside. It's done?
Yes, got it.
Good, let's go.
Out here, nature is as unforgiving as can be. Far away from the protection we all built around ourselves, dependent on a stretch of gravel road, with limited food and virtually no water around. Another planet would be the figurative description. But literally, this was another mental state of being.
So as you can probably tell now, this road is just unimaginable. Wow. I think you have to go to either South America, maybe Arizona, New Mexico or something, or here, to see a road that stretches this far, unobstructed, without any houses, energy lines, or whatever else. There's nothing. Mountains as far as the eye can reach. What a place, right? Oh yes. We brought these bars along. They're good. Good for energy. We have, I think, another hour to go. So we'll need it.
The silence was bliss.
One thing we're doing on this Pamir journey is following the advice of a girl called Vero. She made a map that I think is to be found somewhere online.
So on the map you can find things like where there's asphalt, where there's gonna be washboard, nice hotels, and also camping spots.
That's our camping spot for the night. Grassy green, next to a river, and hopefully, because of these barriers here, no wind. Thanks, Vero.
The shadow, cold.